Hi, I've got two screens, so I don't know where to look. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk to you about this week's assignment. Hopefully you're getting the hang of it now. Every Wednesday, two assignments. Each week we're working on the skills and then the actual parts of the essay you're going to write. Essay one, which is your selection of whatever text you want from the readings module and the ones we've read. And then you follow this format and respond to that article or video or whatever the text is. Anyway, so we did the summary, and that was difficult because you had to know about quoting and paraphrasing and integrating, and that one's real challenging. Now, here we have this week, we're going to do the introductory paragraph, which would be paragraph one of your essay. So let's just open it up. And again, if you are not in the in-person class, if you are just doing this online, it really is crucial to read all of the instructions because I give a big list of do's and don'ts, and it's worth reviewing those before you submit your work because it's a pretty long list, and each do and don't is like a point. So you might want to really make sure you're reading all the instructions. So let's look at it. Get our attention. That is the purpose of the introductory paragraph, and you're going to introduce the topic, but without really delving into it in terms of what's actually in the text. It's more your voice, your experience, something original. And you're going to imagine that you're writing the first paragraph of an essay about the flight from conversation, which could be one that you pick. And you could use this very submission. You could write a introductory paragraph and use it. Okay. So here's an example. For me, if I was a student still, which I guess I kind of am in my way, I would definitely look at the example, and you'll see how it's kind of whimsical, and there's a portrait painted and it's pondering and it stays on the images and the topic. And then you will see that the article is introduced at the end. So remember, the first paragraph is give us something fun to think about or to imagine through a use of detailed, concrete imagery or imaginings. Okay, so again, this is one of those do nots. Don't introduce the text in the first line. That's not how we're going to write this paper. We want to, try all different kind of modes of writing. That this one's a little bit more, casual and fun. So the tone's a little bit different in the introduction. Um, okay, so here, you can read all of these instructions. I'm not going to belabor them, but just remember, it says do not summarize the text in the introduction, and do not quote from the text because we're not there yet. We're just pulling the real reader in. And so here we go with the do's and don'ts. So do read the do's and don'ts. Don't skip them because it will not work in your favor. So don't summarize the video. Don't begin with the title of the author, and don't introduce the text. And don't use quotes from the text at the beginning before now you know that you have to introduce a text fully before you can quote from it. And that happens at the end of the paragraph, so it wouldn't really make sense. Um, these are things to watch out for. Too many ideas in the introduction. Kind of stay with one image or one idea and then develop it and make it fun. But don't stray into five different ideas. Then we're going to lose track of what's happening. This is just this is a pet peeve, and we covered it in class. If you're in the in-person class, untethered this and it. Remember when you say this or it, and you're got a topic that you are, have on the table, you're going to want to say this inability to or diminished quality of communication. This, you're going to want to finish that out with this what. You're going to describe it. And in this way, you will be able to re-articulate and further refine your definitions and your discussions of the topic. And this makes sense in conversation as well. So too many untethered thises and its, and the meaning is watered down. Um, Oh, and then here's an example of this. This makes people impatient. So here we have this recently accelerated communication through texting can make people impatient. So that's just another way of just reiterating what is going on here. And then here's a link to the article, which you've probably already read. And then here's some more examples. Look at this. I couldn't get enough examples. And then here's another introductory paragraph on a fun article we'll read later called The Perks of Being a Weirdo. That's a good one. And then there's just my regular tip is always have logical connections between sentences. Okay. So first of all, there's two assignments, and the first one is to have a discussion about introversion, extroversion. And I will say about that, I did something here. I will say about that you don't have to say, oh, it's ridiculous to think you're either an introvert or an extrovert. I think she's making a good reminder, a point, but of course it's contextual, how old you are, who you're with, maybe the mood you're in. But I think she's kind of moving towards, is there an underlying, perhaps essential, innate leaning that a person might have at a given time? Anyway, these are the things to ponder in the discussion. So again, Wednesdays, you got work to do, but hopefully you've started it on Monday or Tuesday. All right. And read all the instructions. And that's really what I have for you. So have a great day and turn in your work. And you know what? I will give you extra credit. See, this is me making you watch to the end of the video. If you make a little YouTube video with your question and put the link in your assignment, I will give you a point of extra credit, maybe two. Okay? I'd love to see if somebody did that. It might be a real fun way to, one, get you to formulate a question, which is half the battle, and it helps me see you, especially if you're not in the in-person class. So contact me. All right. Have a great day. Have fun. These are fun articles. They're good. Okay.